Hello, creeplings. Lupus Creepus is here with another episode of Will It Kill Me? And tonight we're going to be doing something a little bit more tame, but does have a few risks, and that is Black Mirror Scrying. Or scrying using an iPad or similar device with a black reflective surface. And it is a pretty easy ritual in order to see something creepy or something more about yourself, something a little more personal. And apparently you can do this to see a personal truth about yourself, I guess maybe finding an answer about the future or the past, or just to see something creepy like a ghost or even a demon. And again, like I said, it is pretty easy to do. You just need a couple of things. First off, you need a device like an iPad or a tablet or anything that is black but reflective so you can see your reflection in it. You also need a dark room, of course, because nothing really creepy can happen with a full-blown light. However, you do get a bit of a light in this one. The ritual does recommend a kind of the soft light of a computer screen. What you take like the computer monitor, throw up notepad so you get that white glow in your face. Due to the position of the room here, I'm not going to be able to do that, but I do have a little lamp that I can set up in the corner here, which should give me that sort of effect. And you also need a couple other things. One is a prayer or cleansing ritual that you can start it off with and end it with. If you don't know one, thankfully, because I don't know one, the ritual does give you one here, which is a cleansing prayer to Saint Michael the Archangel. And then the last thing is just a desire to see something. Again, it can be a truth about yourself, it can be divination about the past, the future, or anything like that, or just a desire to see something creepy. And that's the one that I'm going to be going for. I want to see if I can get some kind of spirit, ghost, or if I'm feeling really crazy, even a demon to show up in this. Now, like I keep saying on this one, this is a really easy one to do, and if you creeplings, feel like trying it out, definitely, I think I'd recommend it because there's not a lot of real-world dangers here, and it could lead to some interesting things. And if you guys have any cool experiences, put them in the comments below, and we can compare notes and all that. But first off, what you want to do is you want to prepare your section. You want to perform your cleansing ritual, so do the prayer. Then you will turn off all the lights, except for your glowing white light that's going to be on your face, so you can see the reflective surface right here. And you want to make sure that you can see your face in it. I have my tablet set up right here. You can probably see the top of it, but this is what I can see my face in here. And then from there, according to the ritual, you just take slow, deep breaths, inhale, exhale, and you want to focus on what you want to see, whether it be that truth, that vision of the future or the past, or that creepy thing like I'm going to be going for tonight. You just want to keep breathing in and out, and then you want to focus on your reflection but not focus on anything in particular. So probably that kind of, just overall seeing, just zone out sort of thing. And then supposedly you'll start to actually see what you're looking for in here. Now what it suggests to do is to at least do this for 10 minutes, but not more than an hour, because I'm sure probably crazy things can happen after an hour. Once you have seen what you wanted, you look into your reflective surface, say, I have seen, turn on your lights, do your prayer once again, and that's it. You are done, and hopefully you have an experience to tell. And since that seems pretty simple, I'm not going to waste any time here. I'm going to go ahead and get this started. I have a camera facing me here, and you can see the camera in the back there. That's going to be focused down here, so hopefully you guys can see anything in the reflective surface along with me if anything happens. And again, my goal, I want to see if I can see something creepy. I want to see something weird, a spirit, a ghost, or, again, if we really want to get crazy, maybe a demon will show up. So I'm going to get prepared here, and I'll be back with you in a bit, creeplings, and we can try this out. Okay, creeplings, we're pretty much ready to go. I have my light on in the back. I have my camera set up here. I'm actually going to flip this get a little bit of a light off of that. And I have the prayer ready, so I'm going to go ahead and say the prayer, and then we're going to start this off. Saint Michael, the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray, and do thou. O Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who prowl about the world seeking the ruins of souls. Amen. Here we go. Okay. I have seen. And before we get to closing, let's do the cleansing ritual. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray, and do thou. O Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who prowl about the world, seeking the ruin of souls. Amen. Okay, before I turn the lights on, I'm going to talk about this a bit. So, now, after, staring at my reflection in my tablet here, I'm getting a lot of very similar vibes as with all the bathroom mirror rituals. It's very similar in that aspect where you just stare at your reflection for ever and ever, and eventually you get that usual effect of your reflection starting to distort. You start seeing some weird stuff in there. The black, kind of the black surface adds a bit of another level there, because with it being dim light, you start to see that distortion, and then, at least for me, it kind of started to fade out and just kind of a pure, just black, and everything started to turn black. And I really think that if this was supposed to have that scrying effect where you start to see something, that would be about when you start to see it. For me, though, it just kind of went to that black, and that's about as far as it went. Now, there's a few things here that probably could prevent me from, I guess, reaching that next step, and that is, the spot I'm sitting in is not exactly the most comfortable, and I feel like this is a little bit related to meditation, where it's about relaxing, clearing your mind, and I'm not exactly the best at that. So I think that with some practice, especially if you're a person who meditates a lot, I think you can hit that moment where this is supposed to kind of turn from just being this mirrored surface into actually seeing something. But along the lines of what I experience, it's still kind of creepy having that effect where you just look at yourself and you just stare. And at least for me, it's like I start seeing my face just distort, and for me it looked like it was melting, just kind of just slowing off of my face. And there's a few times it even looked like it was a completely different face, like an older face. And I also, again, I think this is kind of related to the black surface and maybe why it's important. You start losing the more details of your reflection, and I could just see a black outline. And that's just so creepy because it doesn't really look like you anymore. It almost looks like there's somebody else here, and you just get this idea of someone else being right where you are, like you're getting weirdly possessed or something, and it's just creepy. So it's a great way to creep yourself out if you want to do that. But I think with a little bit more of experience, especially in the realm of meditation, I think you can actually make that jump to where you're supposed to be scrying and seeing what you're wanting to see. But that's really about it here. Also, relate to the prayer, I think that the prayer, the beginning and end, are just good ways of getting your mindset ready for it. Because I can see, looking at some of these, looking at your reflection and seeing it do weird stuff, you kind of get, your imagination starts going. And the prayers are a good way to kind of focus you in and be like, no, I've got this power of faith or this prayer behind me, so that I think can help kind of wrangle in your imagination. And again, once you're finished, I think it helps kind of wrangle out going, okay, no, I'm still protected. So I think that's a good mental, I guess, addition in this one, if that makes any sense at all, creeplings. But anyway, this is definitely an interesting one, and it's pretty simple and supposedly pretty safe. So if you creeplings do end up doing this one, I would love to see, or love to hear, or I guess see, if you guys write it in the comments below, your experience as well. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about this one. And, I'm going to check out what I have on here too. Maybe I caught something on the camera. I don't know. But anyway, that's it for this Will It Kill Me, creeplings. I still have more coming. We're working on a bit of a bigger Will It Kill Me, but we have to finish constructing it first. It is bigger, and it involves a lot of mirrors, so hopefully that will be up soon. There is also going to be more videos coming, more narrations, of course. I have a couple other ideas that I want to get out there, especially with some Korean motion comic stories that I've been linked. And as always, be sure to check out our Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, Brittany's Pinch of a Cult Tumblr. She will have another episode next week. And I hope you creeplings enjoyed this one. This is Lupus, and I'm out.